Hello my scrappy friends, and a big welcome to my YouTube channel today. It's Melinda Sweetman here with you with my newest share for Tracy Reed Designs. Today I am finally getting around to finishing off these last few pages for our Traveller's Notebook from last year for our day trip down to Collie, which is a couple of hours drive from where I live. I took a bunch of photos and wanted to tell a bunch of stories, and here I am finally getting them all done. I will make sure I link to the other videos that are part of this little chapter in our album from last year. But I did go through all of how I've got this set up and how I knew which photos went with what stories and what stories I want to tell. So I'm just kind of following along with that. I've got these two full-size page photos with my boys playing at the playground. When this photo was taken, so it was last year, and our eldest was a little over 13 when it was taken, and every now, over the course of the last 12 months or 18 months or so, we've noticed obviously that things are beginning to change as they get bigger, and especially as our big one gets bigger because he's obviously the eldest. And it was interesting watching him playing on the playground like a little kid, and that's kind of the story that I'm going to write on the tag that's going to get tucked behind his photo. Yeah, it was really interesting just sitting back and watching him and enjoying their childhood while it still lasts, because I know that I'm going to blink and it's going to be done. This was actually where we stopped for lunch. When we take road trips like this, we tend to find like the local bakery in the town that we're in, get some lunch, and we learned a long time ago that the best place to then eat said lunch is somewhere outside where the boys can run, play, make noise, stretch their legs. So there conveniently was a park across the road. There was some playground equipment and some seats and stuff, so that's where we took our lunch. And as soon as they were finished, the pair of them were off. They're like, right, there's a playground over there, we're going to go play. So that's exactly what they were doing, and like I said, it was just really nice watching them be kids and enjoy it while they still can. I hope that they hang on to it for as long as they can. I found a couple of acrylic pieces from my stash that I'm using on these two pages. One is the title that says Smile and Sunshine, or Sunshine and Smiles, I can't remember which, but it's up on the top left. Then I got one of the cameras from the Weekender collection, which is the collection that I'm using for these pages, and I popped that up between the two words at the title. I've got this little car, which I thought was really cute because it is a road trip. Then I've used those alphas that I created in Silhouette Studio from this collection as well. I made some little tile alphabets to spell out lunch and playtime. These two pages are fairly simple. You can see I've used a punch to cut a circle in the top of the right hand page. That's for my tag to be easily accessible. I'm just adding some of these little pearls, which are again through all of the pages that I've created. 3x4 journaling card and my journaling. So that's pretty much everything that's on this page. I did show right at the beginning that on the back of the right hand photo I've added my double-sided tape to attach the next page, but I've only added double-sided tape on 3 sides so I can make it a pocket to add this tag. So you can see I'm just using the same twine here that I've used elsewhere on these pages. I thread it through and then I'm like, I want something else there, so I grab some green and I'm going to add that in as well, and then I'm going to tie a bow. I think I do a bow stripe. I can't remember. I'm sorry if you can hear that. It is the middle of winter here and it's just decided to start raining. So if you can hear that, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm just tying a bow here, trimming the ends, and that is those 2 pages done. Now I haven't added my journaling here, but I will go back and do that very soon, I think. Just peeling off all the backing here so that I can start work on my next page, which is this yellow. I love this yellow in this collection. It's beautiful, so bright and fun and happy. So I'm just going to adhere that. Again, that is a full page outside the page protector, so it's 5 by 8¼ inches. And you can see here I'm having a little bit of trouble getting my tag in. I end up trimming it down a tiny bit, and I also add a pattern paper to that just to give it a bit more, make it a bit more sturdy. I'm going to add my holes here so that I don't either cover my holes up and make it too thick to get a punch through, or yeah. So I've just punched those in and I can get started on my next page. This one is, I'm using that 3x4 card that says enjoy the journey, and this was literally about the road, like the road trip that we made leaving. So as we left, we had decided that we were going to stop at a particular tourist stop on the way. Somehow we lost it, we couldn't find it, but in that same process, like we got a ton of rain hit us. As we were driving down the road at one point, this emu just randomly was wandering down the center of the road, which was different. Like literally down the center of the road. It was really quite funny. While we were doing this drive, looking for this particular place, we then found these little like little side roads that took us down to where these like creeks were, and there was some beautiful scenery, some bushland. We took some photos, and then like the photos are nowhere to be found. They're not on my phone, they're not on my husband's phone. We didn't take a camera. I know that we took the photos. I remember standing in a place and getting my family to pose with me, and these photos just don't exist anywhere. So it was just really weird. And you will see that my title reads a whole lot of WTAF moments, and it really was. This trip was just really bizarre, and strange things kept happening, and I was just like, photos have disappeared, and we couldn't find this tourist destination that apparently is really easy to find. There was a random emu walking down the center of the road. So I just wanted to document that. We were all kind of going, what is going on here? By the time, when we got home and I went to look for the photos, I was like, do you guys remember me taking photos? Everyone's like, yeah, we do. So I haven't completely lost my mind, which was definitely a relief. I am mucking around with these alphabets, trying to get them in just the right place. I do cut most of this out because I did muck around with them for a while, but I get there in the end. Little tip here, I'm using an adhesive eraser. If you don't have one, I highly recommend them. They're super handy, and they obviously get adhesive off of places where you don't want it. I love mine. It's a fantastic tool. You can see I'm madly getting rid of it off here, and it's not sticky. It doesn't leave any sticky residue or marks, which is great. So I'm gonna just get the rest of my title in place here, and I realise I've got enough room that I can overlap all of these. So I'm going to stick this down and then stick the rest of my title down, and I am going to trim down the T because I've got the word of over that anyway, and they're puffy stickers, so they sit up a bit higher than what I like. Just used a pen to mark that, and I'm going to snip that off. I have also used, so those clouds are from the digital embellishment kit. Again, I printed those out right back when I started these pages onto some sticker paper. So I'm just adding these onto this page, and I'm going to use all the extra bits that I cut off, well, as much as I can. And that is this page done. You can see I'm just going to trim that off, and then I'm going to stick that bit there, and then I've got another little bit that I'm going to stick up the top. I intentionally made this page very different to the next page because They are two different stories. I did try to bring some of the yellow over to the next page as well. You can see my little yellow camera down there. And it's quite obvious that they're all part of the same, like from the same day. So I did want to just kind of make it so it flowed a little bit without it being matchy-matchy. I do have another full page photo here. Again, it's 5 by 8 1/4. I'm just going to punch my holes in it. And I actually surprised myself when I started embellishing here. I didn't really have an idea of exactly what I was going to do, so I just dug through my little tray here that I've got with all these embellishments. I came across these florals. I was like, I think they'll work really well here, so I pulled them out. Straight away I decided that the big ones were way too big, and I'm just going to play with layering these up and getting them into a position where I like them, where there's no like really awkward gaps. I'm going to use the leaves as well as some of the flowers. I love that little frame that I've got down there too. The camera nestles in perfectly there, and so I'm going to stick all this down. Like I said, I really wasn't sure what I was going to do here, but that is just open space on a tree log where there's gnomes. This is obviously at a place called Gnomesville. Yes, there are millions of gnomes there. The page that gets stuck to the back of this, which I don't do on screen, there is photos of it. I did do that. I put that together afterwards. I printed a full page of one of the pattern papers, and then I copied and pasted from a website all of the information about Gnomesville as like a little flip up booklet, just the story behind Gnomesville, where it is, and just some of the little folk tales around it. And then after that there is a pocket page that's got 4 4x4, that was lots of fours, photos that I've just printed and popped straight into the pockets. But you can see I'm coming in here as well with some of these same little pearls. I think for this one I do black and the white again. Yeah, I do a black and a white together and 3 of each. I also pulled in this little geotag, fits perfectly up in that little gap, and that is all of my pages done. I do have photos of all of them, so there's photos of all of the pages I created and then photos of each of the pages in the album. You can see I'm flipping through here. There's lots of flip outs and like openable stuff. There's a little booklet here with all of the information about the mural on the dam. If you are local or if you're travelling to Collie, Western Australia, definitely recommend going down there. Absolutely beautiful artwork. Beautiful place as well. Here are the other pages that I've done. So that right hand side is the back of this one. You can see there's my tag that I just need to add my journaling to. That's where the other page is going to go, and like I said, there are photos of that. And then that goes into the rest of our year. So I hope that you've enjoyed my share today. I'm not 100% sure when this collection is on sale, but I will make sure I link everything in the description box below. So make sure you check that out. This is super fun collection to play with. I've managed to get all of these pages done into this little album, and there are some other girls playing along with it as well, so I'll make sure I link the blog post for you. As always, thank you so much for choosing to stop by. I really do appreciate you spending your scrappy time with me, and if you have any questions, drop them below. Otherwise, I will see you in my next process video. Have a fantastic scrappy day, my friends.